3, 2, 1, and go. We are live. Welcome to, if you don't know, episode 5. I'm Mike Hughes. This is Smash Live TV. Let's go. So, welcome. It's been a while. Today is the HYROX Season 7 opener. Our last video was at the World Championships back in June in Nice. Thanks for all the comments and feedback. Really appreciated. What a weekend it was. Since then, we've had the off-season. People are now deep into pre-season. So today we've got a 3-part episode for you. Part A, 2023-24 observations. That's from last season. Part B, 24-25 preview and update. A lot's been going on. There's so much going on that it might actually be difficult to keep track of it. So hopefully give you a nice overview, and then we'll finish off with a few shout outs at the end and a little bit of admin. As always, guys, appreciate all the feedback, any comments and so on. Let us know. So try and stick with me. I'll try not to go too fast. I do get excited about these things, obviously. We are back. Wow. First things first, 3 observations from last season. Wow, what a season. Number 1, it's getting faster. Bit of an obvious comment, but it showed in the average times are coming down. The world records, age group world records are being broken. It seems almost every event now there's something is being broken. The times are coming down, and of course the world championships. Now there weren't exactly world records maybe at the world championships, but that leads us to point number 2. It's getting more exciting, even more exciting. The World Championships, for example, both the Elite 15 races going down to the wire, especially in the men's race. Many people's favourite, Hunter McIntyre, world record holder. Was he going to come and retain his title? No, he was pipped by not only 1, but 2, 3, 4 people at the post. Alex Ronkovic, of course, with taking the win. Pipping Michael Sam back to the UK, so close. And then James Kelly coming through, and also Peleo Mendez as well. A bit of a dark horse from last season. More on that later. Also, another reason why it's getting more exciting, the venues. I mean, the locations are coming thick and fast, but some of the venues are incredible as well. Stadium events being announced. Last season, I think a highlight was the Berlin airport. It looked absolutely incredible. Obviously, it was good that the weather stayed nice. Saw some very fast times there as well. So potentially that will be announced this year. I'm sure that's going to be a fan favourite. And the third one about being more exciting is the coverage. Every time, every race, it's getting better and better. Hats off to the team at HYROX and all the different media outlets out there. You're all doing a great job, and keep going. Beautiful. Now, number 3, an observation from last season, and this kind of leads into the future as well. You might not have been expecting this, but the Olympics. So, in the HYROX off-season, we had the Paris Olympics. Is it a coincidence that the HYROX World Championships was in the south of France, in Nice, and also the Olympics was in France, also in Paris? A great event. And the question is, with so many sort of unique and obscure kind of events and sports happening, I think this time, off the top of my head, it was the kayak cross, doing rolls and stuff, the speed climbing, even breakdancing. Respectfully, are these real sports? Are these real sports that go back in history? Or, although HYROX is a new concept, the movement patterns, the running and the movement patterns, this has been around for years, for centuries, and so on. So who knows? Now there's 3 key things here. Number 1 is, I believe Mo Furster, one of the co-founders of HYROX, has got some sort of association or link in with the IOC. So who knows? Could HYROX get a fast track, pun intended, into the next Olympics, which is in LA 2028, which just so happens to be, another coincidence, the home of Mr. HYROX himself, one of the pioneers of the sport, Mr. Hunter McIntyre. What a fairy tale that would be. Swan song for Hunter, allowing him to live his dream to become an Olympian, and who knows, more on that to come, I believe. So, 2023 observations, great season. Great pre-season, off-season. Now, what's happening? So, over here, APAC, I mean, I say it's pre-season. The European season doesn't start for another couple of weeks in Stuttgart, but already the APAC is flying. The races at the minute have been dominated by James Kelly, who rose through the ranks last year, and also up-and-comer and a bit of a dark horse for the Elite 15, Tom Rogers. He's trained online by Conjugate SP, which is Ryan Gibney, who is also Michael Sambach's coach. Obviously doing some great work there, so shout out to those guys and shout out to Tom, big congrats. Also over in APAC, the expansion, I mean, it's crazy. China has just been announced, China's first event in Beijing. Cape Town is this weekend. Believe seeing some social media, Mr. HYROX, Jake Dearden is out there, so who knows, are we going to see an assault on the Elite 15 by Jake? And that leaves the question with the first African event. When is going to be the first South American event? And then who knows, maybe even Antarctica, to make HYROX a truly globalized sport. Very, very exciting. Point number 2 over here, the rule book. There's been an update to the rule book. The women's singles open and also doubles. Now instead of 75 wall balls, is going to be 100. Sorry ladies. There's a couple of pointers in the sled pull and the back of the box. You're not allowed to stand on the line. Not over the line, but even on the line. I think there were a couple of high profile sort of incidents last year. I think it was Sadiq El Fattori in the last chance qualifier in Cologne got pulled back. And then Michael Sambach in at the World Championships, and who knows, dare we say that even cost him the first place. So got to be really aware of that, whether you're new to HYROX or you're a seasoned athlete, then make sure that that's at the front of your mind. And also the burpee broad jumps, just cleaning up a little bit. I think it always was a jump from 2 feet to 2 feet, but they're now saying it's got to be parallel 2 feet, parallel 2 feet, so there's no sort of split stances, anything like that. Any questions, then obviously speak to your local HYROX team. Number 3, I'm going to fire through these a little bit. Events, they're being, like I said earlier, announced thick and fast. It was going a little bit quiet in the Middle East, which was a bit strange because last year they had the 2 Dubai events, they had the Doha event, and also there was prize money at those events as well. So it seemed like the Middle East was going to have a real push. This year it's been quiet, but they have announced a date, although they've not released the location yet. Poland has announced the first ever stadium event in Europe, that's early 2025, and recently both the European and USA Open Championships have been announced for early next year. They go with the first ever Asian Open Championships, which are in November this year. Then point number 4, the Elite 15 series, the singles series has been announced, 4 races. This is going to test me off the top of my head. Amsterdam, I believe, is 3 weeks tomorrow. Wow, it's getting close. Then it's going to be in Hong Kong, then in the new year in Las Vegas, and finally in Glasgow. So new locations for those majors, and then there's going to be just one last chance qualifier this season. That's going to be in Barcelona, I think, in April time. More on that in a future episode. Elite 15. Okay, here's the big news. The big news of the season, of the off season, should we say. Elite 15 singles, it's incredible, the best of the best. However, the fastest times are in the doubles race. Last season, they started the pro doubles, saw some incredible races at the World Championships. Big congrats, friends of the show, Mark Dean and Jake Dearden taking the win there, world champions. And then off the back of that, Mark's gone on and got some great sponsorships, and who knows, he's even left his job to pursue full time. So shout out to Mark and Jake, all the best for the season. What's been announced is that the doubles is now going to have an Elite 15 series as well. So there's going to be 5 qualification races. The venues, the locations have been announced, but not the dates just yet. So look out for more on that. There is a little note here, and it is, you heard it here first. If you've not already, go back, watch episode 4 of If You Don't Know. I actually called it. The Smash Life team had been researching, and we heard the rumours that the Elite 15 doubles was on the way. So there we go. That brings us, final one that's not yet been announced, is the World Championships. We call it the World Championship weekend. It was an absolute extravaganza for anyone that was there. You saw it, you felt it, you experienced it. Incredible weekend. The question is, where's it going to be this year? So comment below where and why would you like to see a certain location. Exciting times ahead. So that is the preview and updates for this season. More coming soon. I'd like to finish today with a couple of shout outs. First of all, to one of the pioneers really of the HYROX space, one of the pioneers of the media outlets, the HYROX Life. Do a great job, consistent every week, pumping out content. Some great episodes recently. Kieran Riley actually competed at the Paris Olympics in the BMX. He is now transitioning over to HYROX, not leaving BMX but doing it alongside. That was a great episode. Recently had Paul Gillingham, who is the world record holder for the most number of HYROX races ever so far. I know that Clemens Scherbel of Germany is hot on his heels. And also recently Lucas Storath, who was the first ever HYROX world champion and the first person to ever break the illustrious sub 60 barrier. So go back, check those out, and great stuff to Greg and the team over there. And recent podcast that has come out, the HCP, the Hybrid Coaching Podcast. This is with Apex James Kelly and his new coach, which is Anthony Pericini from America. I think he is also the coach of many of the Elite 15, especially in the women's. I think his partner is one of the Elite 15 women as well. So incredible knowledge, very knowledgeable, high-level coach, and some great episodes. I think we're up to about episode 20 so far. If you've not already, go and check that out. Last shout out for the day is to HYROX partner Fuel Hub. They are the meal prep specialists, the athlete approved nutrition, great product, great service. And also they recently did a podcast episode with Faisal, who many of the viewers will know as Mr. PMA himself, the HYROX MC, and that was a great episode, a great listen. So if you've not already, go and check that out. I think I already mentioned it, but yeah, any feedback to the episode, any questions, and also any topics you would like myself and the team to cover, then please let us know. Send a message and we can get into that. Finish with LA, HYROX at LA 2028 Olympics. You heard it here first. That was the HYROX Season 7 opener, Part 1. Look out for Part 2 coming soon. And if you don't know, now you know.